Welcome back to this Kvyat Cream Mode episode number 12, round 13. Still, fuck you, Hungary. We are here for the Singapore Grand Prix, and well, a chance of actually taking the lead in the taking the lead in the Drivers' Championship if we can get a good performance here tonight, today, whatever, tonight technically because it's 9:30, but you know, depends where you live. Anyway. Yeah, we are looking for a good finish here today to try and overtake Lewis Hamilton. Of course, last race was Monza. If you didn't see Monza, don't, because it was one of the most boring Grand Prix I've ever driven. We raped the field, and as you can see, we are now 6 points behind Lewis Hamilton, heading into today at Singapore. A track that we actually have a chance at, because it's not all about straights and everything, but the track where we didn't stand a chance because it was all straights, we won by a lot. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get to practice anyway.
Welcome and good evening, race fans. The clock is ticking down to the start of today's practice session here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit, the setting for this weekend's Singapore Grand Prix. You have to say, since its inaugural Grand Prix back in 2008, Singapore has been a great Formula One success story. It was Formula One's first ever night race, taking place under these powerful spotlights, with the different coloured lights in the city surrounding the circuit. It definitely makes for a fantastic racing experience for both the drivers and for the fans.
It's certainly fantastic for the fans, but a huge challenge for the drivers. Racing at night is one thing, but on top of that, you're in amongst the barriers on an incredibly bumpy surface, not to mention the extreme humidity that drivers face. All of this makes it the most physically and mentally demanding race on the calendar.
What's that guy pointing
This is
at?
the kind of track that eats
is he
rear
pointing
tyres
at
for breakfast.
a video
Also,
of himself, like,
more
whoa, I'm on
experienced
TV.
drivers than myself.
What do we do?
Mom!
Mum!
Is at managing their throttle application to limit rear slip, they can't always overcome a car that's inherently bad at looking after its rear tyres. Here we have a lot of low-speed corner exits, which means a whole load of energy, heat and tyre wear.
I wasn't listening to what he just said because I was looking at that guy who was amazed that he was on TV. Anyway, welcome to Singapore. It's the night times, and yeah, we get to do things. Now then, this track is heavily on downforce, which means we're not going to be going that fast. So, cornering is where key is key in this race, and we are going to get that down very nicely. We're going to go with soft suspension though, for the reasons of I don't like it soft. And the ballast is 6, and now I can only assume how meh this is gonna go. Wow, I mean that's not. Oh Jesus. I was looking at it then, and all I saw was 5th place, and I was like, oh, that's not too bad. And then I realized there's quite a drop off. I mean, you got a 10th, half a second, and then almost a second off. Oh, but I did it on the primes, and they went on the options again. Oh, whatever. I don't know. Judging by it, it doesn't look too bad. If only there was a way I could check their... Oh, wait, this is how I check their laps. I don't know if they were doing it on the primes or not, but apparently they were doing 44s. 45 there, so... I don't know. We'll see whatever happens anyway, but looking at it, 5th place on primes isn't too bad looking... But I don't know how... I don't have a fair estimation because it's been set on options. Anyway, let's see what will happen when we get to the qualifying.
It's just about to hit 9 o'clock here local time, and that means the qualifying session is nearly upon us for the Singapore Grand Prix. How will Nico Rosberg be approaching this qualifying session?
Well, he'll know that it's crucial to start this race in pole position, so he has to deliver the maximum when it really matters. We all know he's got the speed in qualifying, he's shown that time and time again, but now's the time to make it happen.
Probably because Rosberg DNF'd at the last race, that's probably why they did it. Anyway, it is time for qualifying. What's the objective? Top 4? I'd say top 4. I don't know, top 3 as well, though. First row is the main objective. Pole would, of course, be the great one. And maybe, you know, even though we were a second off, so we don't really know. We don't really have the facts and figures yet, but maybe we could fight for pole. We'll see what happens on this lap. First lap around Singapore qualifying, and the first lap on the option tyres, so... Let's get a feel for the car on options. On primes, they feel very good. On options, well, I'm not sure yet. And this lap is already probably going to be ruined by people coming out of the pits. Bad time, bad time. Yeah, held up. Well, we can set a shit lap and try and beat that. Yeah, because, look, They're on their outlap and they're not letting me past. Phenomenal. Just what I need. Get out of the way. Oh, no. Alright, well, I'll go cross country. Alright, 144.1. Well, I did that on primes. So, wow, I didn't do that on primes, but did near that on primes. And thanks to the holding up, I don't really have a good time yet. But, well, it's definitely going to be faster than McLaren Honda. That's all we need to worry about. At least we're not lost. This lap has been so much better right up until there, where it's probably just been ruined by that collision with Ricciardo. It's going to be faster though. It's probably going to be well, it's going to be wide. It's going to be a 33.3. 43.3 even if... I don't know yet. Here we go, to the line. This lap in my eyes has felt better. There's been no collisions, completely clean air. 42.6. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that lap. Anyone want to try and top that? Be my guest. I think we may have pole. Oh, happy times. This is from a different angle, but I'm pretty sure we have pole position in the bag. Oh my god, we've raped the field. Whoa! 1.2. Wow. 1.2 seconds faster. Well, I don't actually have many words for that, and Grosjean never put it in a lap. Well done, Grosjean. But 1.2 seconds. Fair play. I think we're in for a good time here.
It's Sunday evening here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit, and the cars are being prepared for what is going to be a fascinating event. It's time for the Singapore Grand Prix. It's a position he wasn't expecting in Formula One quite so soon. Daniel Kvyat starts from
I've won
position.
4
Can he
races.
hold it together and bring home some points? Can he dare to dream of victory?
4 races, you tit.
First 2 laps, but he'll be determined not to let any cars past him.
Second in the championship.
Once everything's settled down,
would he dare take a win?
And be able to
Piss
control
off.
the race.
How does Nico Rosberg go about finding the time he was lacking at the end of qualifying in today's race?
Well, he's got to stay within touching distance of the lead during the first stint, and then look to
He won't stay within touching distance. He'll be 5 years ahead when tyre wear kicks in. You get that smidgen of tyre wear? Oh, yeah, here come the Mercedes, raping you from behind. Oh, they've just inserted it in you, and they're 5 laps ahead. That is how it goes. How are we looking? 1 stop, 2 stop. Option, prime. Yeah, not following that. But anyway, time for the longest race on the calendar, and what probably will be one of the most boring. Here we go, building up the lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, lights out, away we go for the Singapore faggots. There goes Rosberg already, heading into turn 1. He's already a car length ahead. Amazing start. Wow. Couldn't have asked for a better one. I'll just try and sneak it back up the inside. Oh, okay, there's Rosberg. Wasn't expecting him to be so close. Round the outside. Phenomenal! That's back into P1. Oh dear, there's this thing they call a straight. Mercedes like to call it butt rape. Exhibit A. Ah! Okay, so, oops. So the Red Bull is able to escape butt rape with marginal problems. Fairly few. But not able to escape the Mercedes for much longer. I'll get the lube. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, well, there he goes. Right. And the rape has commenced. Oh, okay. There's a bit of cheeky extra rape there. As Hamilton keeps on trying to add more to the rape. He keeps on trying to do a double penetration. Rosberg only for now, please. Maybe. No, it's not going to work. No, the tyres are too worn to try and stick with him. Ah, that's further down the field. Oh, love me some understeer. Oh god, the Ferraris are really going at it, but dropping down to P3. Back to business as usual. Nice corner cut. Well, with how awful the tyre degradation has been, what else? Oh dear, okay. Well, it'll be a good choice to pit, and as we can see, I think that's Vettel or Raikkonen, one of them, has thought it's also a smart idea and is pitting with us. And yes, we are going to put on primes. We are going to be held up, and I think the Ferrari's going to jump us. No, it's not. That's a long stop. But yeah, quite a few cars are pitting in on lap 7 here. Hasn't been a good first stint. I mean, these tyres are wearing out a lot more than you'd expect them to. But then again, this is one of the biggest... oh, wow! Wow, the steering was awful. But this is one of the biggest tyre degradation tracks on the calendar, so I'm not expecting anything amazing. Now, everyone else is on options. I'm on primes, and I think it might have to go prime to the end, which is shit. There's no other way of putting it. It is very shit if that's got to be the case. Where are we coming out? Where are we coming out? Where are we coming out? It's going to be second. It's definitely going to be second. Will it be first? Yes! Back in P1, only just, but back in first place. Marvelous. And suddenly, it's lap 18. Welcome. Thanks, Jeff, for interrupting. But anyway, yes, we are here at the end of lap 18. Time to pit again. The tires are really wearing off right now, and it's looking like it's going to be prime to the finish. Rosberg is going to take the lead. He has not overtaken us once, despite being on options. I don't know what happened, he just hasn't bothered. But that may come into play during this next stint. I don't know. 2.5, not too shabby. There is Hamilton going past. We are going to, I don't know, third or fourth. It's going to be close. I think it's going to be fourth we're going to come out in. Field is very spread out, which is good and in a way bad. Good because, well, it's clean air for a long way, but bad because... if you use up like a lot of tire weight, if you use up a lot of your tires to push and take on one guy, that went well. By the time you get to the next guy, you may not have enough fuel, you may not have enough tire, you know, your tire degradation may be too bad. It's such a mind game type thing that just struggles with, and honestly, that's what I think we're going to struggle with the field as it is. The top three so far spread apart. I think we are going to get, at best, third place now. I don't see much better coming from this, unfortunately, but, wow, that was a corner cut. But, we can hope. Here we go, they're pitting. They are pitting. Rosberg's coming out of the pits. Hamilton did pit. That's a double stack, which is bad news for them. Tremendous news for us. P1. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Back into P1. Now we've just got to try and nurse this all the way to the finish. Oh, Vettel's in second. Oh, I don't think he's pitted yet, though. Hold him up, Vettel. Do it for me, please. Alright, it is time to wrap this race up, or summary or whatever I usually do in this last lap. It has been not a bad race, to be fair. Well, this last stint has been relatively boring. It's just been conserving the lead and making sure that we're not affected by the rain, which we haven't been. Apparently it's raining, but I haven't seen a drop of rainfall. I don't know what's going on, unless it's a bug, but I have no clue. Anyway, yeah, it's been a fairly easy race for us, kind of. I mean, the first stint was certainly had some problems in it with, of course, the whole tyre weight, but we were able to bounce back from that relatively easy in the second stint, and this third stint has just been completely plain sailing, and only now is Rosberg starting to gain on us, which is far too late. The tyres are completely shredded, which is nice to see. Rosberg's 15 seconds back, so he actually hasn't gained on us at all this lap, but it's going to be second in a row, I believe the 5th for this season, and more importantly, we're going to take the lead in the Drivers' Championship. Danny Kvyat coming up to the flag, and he wins at Singapore. There we go, Mercedes 2-3, but Danny Kvyat is first. Yet again, another brilliant drive from the Russian leads him to the lead of the Drivers' Championship.
The race win goes to Russia's Daniel Kvyat with a superb drive that blew away the competition.
It was a fantastic performance and one that they should be very proud of. Every part of the team pulled together to achieve today's result.
There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
There it is. 15.6 seconds, a somewhat comfortable win. And, well, another win of the season. Add up the tally, it keeps on getting better. Here we go, wonderful job. And, okay, Fernando Alonso was disqualified, apparently. But, there we go. That's that. That's that dealt with. I'm trying to see what he got disqualified for. He got disqualified on lap 19, apparently. Now I would do toggle incidents, but you're gonna see all my corner. You're gonna see all my corner cuts. There, yes, corner cuts. Parked in a dangerous location, disqualified. Okay then. Anyway, yeah, that's the win. That's the race win right there, and there it is for the first time since the beginning of the season almost. We are back in the lead of the Drivers' Championship by 4 points. Phenomenal job there. The constructors, we remain third, but we're actually really gaining on Ferrari. There we go. Wonderful job. Another win. Seems as if since we've come back to this career mode, we are back. We are in the groove. Another win though for Kvyat. And the season is getting closer now. Up next is Suzuka, a track which I think I will definitely struggle at. It is not a strong track of mine, but we will see what happens. Singapore's not strong of a track on mine, but it seemed to go well. Anyway, that ends the episode of Career Mode. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, and ta-ra.